What's up, everybody? How are you? Hope you're all having a great day today. Bringing you a brand new video here. What we're going to be doing is a battle guide series is what I want to make this into. Today we're just going to be starting off with Pikachu, obviously. We're going to go with the most popular deck, Pikachu, but like I said, I want to go through Starmie next, Mewtwo third, then probably the Charizard deck. Also, feel free to let me know what you want to see in the comments, because obviously I will make sure to do anything you guys would want to see right away. But for the Pikachu deck, since we're going to do these one video at a time, where I really want to get into each deck and show you guys the different variations, because I've been religiously battling, taking this game way too serious. So I'm not going to, this Pikachu EX deck up here is kind of what I'm using for my main deck. I want to really show you guys why I choose that one over the main. So we're going to go to the other two more popular versions. We'll get into Lieutenant Surge next. This is going to be probably, if you're running Pikachu already, or you've heard the Pikachu deck, this is most likely the deck you're using already. I know this was one of the first variations of the deck I used. Very, very great. You can't, with the Pikachu deck, every variation of this is going to be amazing. Focuses, here, I'll just kind of show you guys the deck now. So you have your two Voltorbs, your two Electrodes, and you use the red card. That's going to be the main variation between that deck and the deck I'm using now. We've switched out Voltorbs for Blitzel, and personally, this is an amazing thing for my playstyle, because I like to just put on the one energy, have the extra energy to put onto other Pokemon and get my bench, kind of more stocked up while doing the 30 damage. Really helps in a lot of scenarios, just having that quick evolution. Obviously, you don't want to do one Voltorb, one Blitzel, because your probability is just going to go out the window with trying to get that evolution off. But what we've mainly done, aside doing those, and again, feel free, if you like this deck but you still can't get over Blitzel and you just want to play with Voltorb, throw Voltorb and Electroid in there. I just personally, again, find my playstyle is way more complemented using Zebra Striker. Sorry if I mispronounced him. I've been playing Pokemon since freaking Pokemon Yellow. I still can't pronounce all the Pokemon's names, so. But yeah, like I was saying, the main variation between this deck is we are, instead of having a red card trainer, we are using this Zapdos right here, which is not a great card by any means, but at 100 health and 100 damage, it poses a threat, and it can get you if you absolutely need it. I've never found myself actually attacking with this thing, but using its 100 health to maneuver through my bench has definitely helped a ton. I don't want to spend too much in here because we're definitely going to spend a lot of time battling. But now that I got that kind of out of the window, and again, just to show you, this is the red card. Instead of that Zapdos, we're using this red card. And the idea that you do that is because Pikachu EX is doing this 30 additional damage for each benched Pokemon, and the Zapdos is just another basic Pokemon that you have to put on your bench. And 100% with this deck, you can, it's all probability with all these decks, but you can get most every time I've lost, I'd say, not every time I've lost obviously, but a good portion of the time I'm losing, it is because I'm put in situations where my Pikachu is not doing enough damage because I don't have benched Pokemon. So once I discovered the other variation, that is why I immediately went to it. But like I said, this is a deck that you could run a lot quicker in the beginning. It's a lot easier to get this card than those 3 Zapdoses right off the rip. It's hard enough to get the 2 Zapdos EXs, let alone that other Zapdos as well. It's just pretty lucky to get that until you've opened up a good amount of packs. I know I got that Zapdos actually in a Wonder Pick from one of my friends in Japan. So yeah, I was pretty lucky I even have that myself, and I've been playing and spending way too much money on this game. But yeah, let's get right into a battle though, because I want to give you guys some live advice, if you will. Do event challenges. Maybe I should be doing these, but I've already got my 50 wins. Oh, I didn't mean to go to solo. As you guys can see though, man, when I tell you I've been playing this game too much, huh? Do a random match. This is a really cool thing I thought they added. Not competitive, no competitive yet, or rank system, but make sure we get Voltorb. And we haven't talked about that Lieutenant Surge deck at all, but it's kind of self-explanatory. If you don't know anything about it, you're in for an insane treat. These Pikachu decks are honestly my favorite. I've definitely played with the Pikachu the most. I know that's a lame answer, but they are. It's my favorite. It's ridiculous. Mewtwo, I don't know if I can say it's better than Mewtwo. I know everybody's saying it is, but man, Mewtwo beats me, I gotta say, almost over 50% of the time. It's ridiculous. Oh, and this will be a great tutorial battle because we've got another Pikachu deck, it looks like. So I just want to kind of show you guys mistakes I made in the beginning, so maybe you can try to avoid those to get a little less conceited or losses, if you will. And obviously one of those things are, for we're not using an energy, but you always want to go through your trainers. Always go through your trainers first. This red card is actually pretty risky. With Zapdos Pikachu, I definitely want both of them out there. Red card is risky since he only has 4 cards, but I'm going to do it anyway. Take the chance. Make him only have 3 cards. Red card is always, if they only have 3 cards, personally, I don't do it. I don't like that probability of guessing what they have and seeing if they, but if they have 4 cards, I'll do it almost all of the time, just because it gets one less card out of their hand, you know. Even if they get a great hand, at least I still won in that sense, you know. So, that's just how I look at it. It's a good thing we got Pikachu out there. This Zapdos is gonna get cooked early. Power up the Pikachu. Let's get this Sabrina to apply this early pressure. You don't want to use your trainers in this situation. Obviously the Zapdos with the 1, this with the 3, we had to get that out, but also please feel free to put any questions down below. I will make sure to read all the comments and answer all the questions. So like I said, if you guys have any specific deck you'd like me to go through next, I will make sure to do that one right away. Like I said though, I do plan to do all of them, so don't worry, regardless. So, end of bait if I should, but I'm definitely gonna just wipe out this Pikachu. Since I can't use the Sabrina, if I would theoretically, yeah, use the Sabrina to pull out the Zapdos, but I can't. You can only use 1 supporter. If you're a fan of TCG, you've been playing, you know this. But for any person that's new to the game, if you're ever wondering why you can only use 1 of some of the trainer cards, it's because they're supporter. You can use as many items as you want. It's not supporters. Ooh, we only have. Oh man, I'm not even paying attention. So yeah, we're just gonna attack him. For some reason, I thought we had 3 Pokemon on our bench already, and we were doing 100 damage to get that early KO, but we will hang in at 20, but that is okay. Thanks to that red card that we pulled early, once I get rid of this Zapdos, he shouldn't have another basic card to put into there. Ooh, I gotta hope he doesn't have a Giovanni right here either, which I don't think he would. Wow, good for him, that's good luck. Yeah, that kind of leads into one. As you can see, I have not even mastered it yet. That is the best probably tip I could give you. Best example of anything. What we could have done is, how I like to explain it, is defensive playing. I seen that Pikachu back there and I seen it energizing up. What I should have done is pulled out a 1 energy, kept my Pikachu with 1 energy on my bench. He would have got loaded up next turn to come out. used one of the weaker Pokemon that I had, either Voltorb to charge up because we had that Zapdos out, and then he could have switched and wasted that attack on Electroid because then I could have gotten a hit off in turn. Because now I've got a full powered, full health Pikachu, and I'm down bad. We pretty much know how this one goes. But had I played defensive and I had focused on the real target, you don't want to put your strongest card out first. You want to counter their strongest card, especially if it's an energy race, because just because you get the first attack doesn't necessarily mean you'll win the battle, especially if their strong Pokemon is hidden in their bench protected. So that is the thing I do love about Electroid. Even though he costs 2 energy to attack, you get a huge relief with him because he does that instant retreat regardless. So he doesn't cost any energy to retreat. Yeah, and honestly, if I weren't making this tutorial video for you guys, I'd already conceded on this one. But yeah, I think just the most important tip from this video was just make sure that you're playing defensive. The Zapdos would have been preferable to have out in this situation because he could have taken a tank hit in that worst case scenario. He could have been putting out damage with the 1 energy. And then my main attacker was the Pikachu EX. So yes, Zapdos and EX, but it was okay to have him take this damage, or it was okay to even have Electroid get KO'd because, well, honestly, we didn't want Electroid to get KO'd. We would have wanted Zapdos to take this damage because knowing what we know now, we haven't even pulled another basic card. We probably would have lost this battle almost inevitably because of that. We'll sit here and just make him earn his win, I suppose. Make sure you guys leave plenty of comments down. We're gonna concede this one. But make sure you leave plenty of comments down with any questions of this variation of the deck. I don't want to make this video too obnoxiously long. I already know I'm probably rambling a bit. So we're gonna get right into the next deck. But like I said, if you have any questions at all on this specific battle, or battle or deck, or this deck versus any other decks, any specific question you can think of, just make sure to let me know. Hold on a second. And the opponent seeding here. Take some free XP if they don't come back, I think I'm most excited to make that Dragonite video though. Dragonite, and I will say my second favorite deck aside this Pikachu deck to play with has been 100%. Oh yeah, and as you can see, he's using that variation that I was showing you guys earlier. It's crazy. I've never seen anyone else use that same variation I had. I've been doing a lot of duels online here. I'm not running into one other person using the same one I was. Oh, and he came back. Oh wait, no, he didn't come back. We can make happen here, huh? The impossible. The Pikachu deck can't lose. You seen it here. No, I actually feel bad for that. I haven't pulled a single gold card, man, and I've dropped the Benjis, so I'm not feeling too bad. I'm not feeling too bad. Nope. I suppose before I get into that Lieutenant Surge, we just battled it, so it'll kind of make the most sense to just do the Blitzel deck right now. Nah, what we'll do is we'll do the Lieutenant Surge one first, just in case anyone in here is just wanting to see quick variations. The other one is my preferred, and I feel like that will show in the video why it is so much more potent. Because then, and as well as you've seen in that video, we didn't pull a basic Pokemon. Had we had that Zapdos that we were playing against, he had that Zapdos card on his bench, so he was down to no cards too. We both pulled the red card on each other, so it's just a perfect example of why that Zapdos in that deck, even though it's confusing and doesn't seem like it would be the best card to use necessarily, it is just a great card for that deck, especially with its health. It being only weak to lightning as well. It's just a really great card for that, for the Pikachu deck in general. I will say though, this Lieutenant Surge deck is definitely slept on. Very, very potent. And I just made the mistake. I told you guys, do not make the mistake I did. It is a terrible habit. I'm by no means an expert in this game, and as you guys can see, that's why I thought it would be a really cool idea to make this video to help newer players. Because do not put your energies on before you use your trainers. You want to make sure that you know what you're going to want to do before you're throwing energies on things. Pikachu out there so we can try to get a Raichu. And the whole story with this deck, and we were playing against one of my favorite, this is what I might have got lost in it. Not to fully explain that, but this is my second favorite deck, the Arbok deck. Sorry. It is just amazing and so fun to play with. You'd be surprised how quick you beat your opponents, and there's nothing more irritating than being beat by this deck. It's just very unexpected if you hadn't before. The poison is always annoying and frustrating. And it's just an underdog deck. You wouldn't expect to be as good as it is, or nearly as fun to play, but it is. It's amazing. But the means of our deck, or the strategy if you will, these Voltorbs are kind of in place for early game, for those Pikachu, and perfect. That's exactly what we're doing. We are trying to pair this Volt Charge ability is what we're wanting to use to stack his energies up, and then we need to get Raichu to try to get a Lieutenant Surge, which hopefully I'm able to show you. And Lieutenant Surge will allow us to put all of our energy from our benched Pokemon onto our Pokemon in the active spot, which would in this case be our Electroid. We're going to want to target our Pikachu for it, but you'll see that in detail. As long as we pull this Raichu, you guys can see the Lieutenant Surge card. Yeah, so just like I was saying in the beginning of the video, this Lieutenant Surge deck it's great. You're not relying on that Pikachu EX, which is already a great card, and to not have to rely on it and have to have those bench Pokemon, but still be able to have a versatile bench like that is, I love that deck. Obviously you can see why. It's a great deck. I feel like you guys got the gist of it. Let me, just in case. Yeah, fun fact, I just learned this. If you hold on to the deck, you can open the deck quickly. So if you didn't know that, is very helpful. This is the Raichu, just to explain that deck more since we're not going to play through it again. This is the Raichu that you want to use that Lieutenant Surge card. Very, very important. This card says discard all energy from this Pokemon. Now it sounds funny, but I read over that, if you will, when I first played this deck, and I had my Magneton have like 6 energies, and then use this, and then was so confused and dumbfounded when all the energies were gone, because I thought I was only going to take 3, but it uses all energies that are extra. And yeah, I had lost, just like I was telling you guys in the beginning. I had my Raichu out in the beginning, not playing defensive, attacked a weak Pokemon with my Raichu, left it completely exposed, and then had no attacker and no energy, so it was yeah, game over for me. But yeah, you're using Volt Charge, keeping him on your bench. You're not wanting to fight with him at all unless you absolutely need to, and even then that's bad. You're just wanting to use that Volt Charge, keep him on your bench, keep him building energy. If you can get 2, great. That's pretty overkill. You only have 2 Lieutenant Sergeants in this deck anyway. Most of the time when you are able to get one of those transfers off, you're already winning anyway. Yeah, I think you guys get this deck. Said it many times. Just let me know in the comments, please, if you guys have any questions at all. I'll make sure to read them all and go through the questions. Let's get into my variation of this Pikachu deck. Probably my most favorite deck in this entire game, the deck I've been playing a lot. We have a guy oddly similar to my profile. That is, I don't know if you guys have seen my badges. His are set up almost the exact same way. We have the same badges. His Mewtwo is just to the right and mine's to the left. And I wanted to do that, but I kept them based off how you unlock them. Oh, Star Battle, what the heck am I doing? And I'm happy and not surprised to be seeing this Coughing deck again. And with the Mewtwo wallpaper, why did I not think of that? I don't have the Mewtwo wallpaper or card mat or card sleeves on my Coughing deck, and that is absolutely beautiful. I did use the Meowth Treasure though. If you guys know what I'm talking about, I used the Meowth Treasure for that one. It went perfectly with it. I really hope and excited for a Pikachu or electric style card mat, card sleeves to come out, of course. Yeah, as you can see, already pulled them. It's a great card. That way my Pikachu can somewhat pose a threat. And for a second game in a row, I've made that mistake of putting my energy on, and yeah, I already pulled an R. Obviously, you know I want to be attacking with this beauty. I don't want to be attacking with my normal EX. I want to be attacking with my R. So like this, and it could literally cost you the game. It's very important that if you do want to take battling serious, make sure you're burning through your trainers first, and you're not spam rushing your energy off. In this case, I'm completely fine. I'm gonna be okay. Nothing really is gonna happen from it, but I could have pulled a one-hit card, had my X speed here. Voltorb is what I mean. I could have pulled a 1 energy attacking card and had the opportunity to do 20 damage to him and make him 1 hit for a Pikachu, and then in turn Pikachu would not be poisoned and have more health. So a lot of positivity could have came from having an energy to spare based off those 2 cards I pulled with Professor Oak. Obviously I didn't end up pulling a basic one right away, so well, that's the evolution. I'm dumbfounded. So what we're gonna do? Try to put early pressure again with the Sabrina. Yeah, make sure you're saving your energies before you lay them down right away. Yeah, but just know also, this game, I've said it before and I've said it a million times, is all probability. It's all luck. It's almost like sports betting, or if you don't do sports betting, gambling, or doing something you shouldn't and getting caught, if you will. The chances of you losing are not in your. You're gonna lose eventually. You're gonna lose a lot. It is what it is. You'll learn at your own rate. Just make sure that you're not afraid to lose. Just get out there and play. You know, make sure you're playing a lot of duels. That will be your best teacher. It's just playing a ton. And honestly, I made a blunder play completely there, guys. Distracted talking to you. I should have put an energy on that Blitzel right there. Evolved him next turn. Been able to attack with 20 and then did start doing that 30. If possible to the Weezing until he swapped him out because that's a 3 energy trade-off. But it somewhat worked out. But now this Pikachu's going to get damage that he did not need to take whatsoever. Yeah, that was definitely a blunder play. Should have put an energy on the Blitzel because they were able to attack. It would have been nothing here is in threat of knocking that out. If so, anyway, I had room. I really need this Pikachu at as much health as I can get. Heal him in case I have to bring him back out. He can't make one hit by the Weezing. And his whole thing, I forget. Kogi is what the trainer's called. He's got 2 trainer cards that will pull. There it is, Kogi. Pulls Weezing or Muck from his active spot to his hand, so he doesn't. You know, that's twice now he was low on health and he completely avoided losing a point at all. Probably see why this is my one of my second favorite decks to play with. Just very, very unpredictable and an underdog deck. You know, it's like more potent than the Dragonite deck in my opinion because it's just easier to get off. Zapdos would be beautiful to have out right now. That Weezing one hit for Pikachu. Yeah, and see now we've made 2 blunder plays. Both of our Pikachu sustained so much damage. We were not playing defensive at all or thinking ahead at all. You know, we paid the price a bit. So 30, but I don't want to let those Pikachus go yet, so we're going to go ahead and put him out. This has been great tutorial battles. If you're still sticking around, I thank you greatly. As long as you've been understanding, you know, what I'm saying and what I'm getting at. Obviously, I make more sense to myself, but I did do this completely pretty much raw. I didn't write anything down too, so you know, feel free to give me tips for next time. But as long as you're playing, you're gonna be getting better. These have been great examples. This Mewtwo, or that would be the one thing I would have wanted to play against is a Mewtwo deck. Honestly, we're just gonna. Well, I have to take a little more damage. This is tough. This is just a blunder, huh? So you want to play defensive, but there is a good time to play aggressive. Obviously, in this game is a perfect example of how playing too passive can really burn you. Probably should have been obviously gotten rid of that. Who did I just get rid of? Why am I forgetting OG's name? King get. And I know that Pokemon so well. I'm not going to be able to pronounce its name right now, but we should have gotten rid of it a lot sooner. Yeah, this is bad news Bears. This is absolutely bad news Bears. He's going to just get the win right there, so we'll give it to him. Hopefully, I was with my turn being ended. For some reason, I thought I was going to give him the win, but it didn't. I feel I need to continue onward. Hopefully, we can get this win for you guys then. Oh my goodness, he had another one. He had another one. Oh my goodness, he had another one. It's gonna be one of the closest games I think I've ever played. And yeah, so it just goes to show how potent this Pikachu deck is. I've made blunder after blunder after blunder. 3 blunders off the top of my head, playing a little too passive when I needed to play aggressive, playing too aggressive or clumsy if you will when I was playing needed to play more defensive and passive. And I was still hanging in there till the end, you know. It was a close game. Had he not had all those Kogies and continuously been able to pull the Weezings, we would have had a pretty crazy comeback there. So make sure to give him a thanks. It was a great deck. He played very well. He took advantage of his opportunities, so can't be too mad at that. Yeah, anyways, this video is already dragging along. Like I said, I plan to make every deck tutorial you can. This is just a silly deck I had for my solo battles. And yeah, I really have got so many ideas for content that I plan on bringing you guys. Tons of new videos. I'm going to actually be trying to do a video every single day for all of December, hopefully from this point on. But if not, definitely all of December. I want to give you guys a video every day, and really just addicted and in love with this game. So yeah, we're going to be here for the ride. If you guys have any questions or need anything at all from me, please let me know in the comments below. Without any more ado, I hope you all have a wonderful night, day, or morning, wherever you're at. Peace out, and thanks for watching.